going to be doing my Monday workout today. So changing things up a little bit with the new challenge. I got to really step up my pull-up game. So the way I figure it, I think it's about 195 or 97 days till Memorial Day. So I have plenty of time to get better at doing pull-ups. I can do 4 or 5 right now. So I figure I need to add about 3 a week in order to make sure that I'm at 100 by the time Memorial Day gets here and can knock out that Murph. So I'm going to start off my workout with some quick pull-ups. So this week I need to be able to hit 8 at least, and I can eke out more than 8. Like when I did it on Friday, I was able to get to 19 pull-ups over time, but I really want to not be scrambling to hit 100. So I'm gonna work on making sure I can do 8 this week, and then 11 next week, and 14 the next week, 17, and so on and so forth until I get up to 100. So much fun. This is just a stream of my workouts. I'm doing a body transformation this year. The thing that sets my transformation apart from others is that I'm not using any sort of supplements. It's no like creatine, no pre-workouts, no protein mixes. So just trying to get all my nutrients from the food that I eat. I'm not opposed to supplements. I think if you want to take them, great. I've taken them in the past. I think you should do what works best for you. And let's get started with some pull-ups. So the goal is to get 8 done. So it's not going to be in one set, just for the record. All right, that's 5. I'm realizing I probably should have done some sort of warm up before just jumping on the pull up bar. But, oh well, next time. The thing that's also going to be different about doing biceps today is I'm going to be trying to get my core back into shape. And for a long time, I always had plans of doing more sit-ups, but it was always at the end of whatever exercise I was doing and never seems to get done. So I'm going to be putting it at the front of the exercises so I don't have an excuse to miss doing sit-ups. All right, let's do this again. All right, that's 2, almost 3. All right, and I haven't even added in the 20-pound vest yet. There's a long way to go. But I think by the time I do this challenge, I should be easily 20 pounds lighter. So, give and take. All right, we need 1 more. Right? Yeah, 1 more. We'll go for all we can get. All right. That is the 8. And I'm going to be still working on it. It's not going to be just that. I got a long way to go. I really want to make this. My brother is the one that challenged me to do this a while ago. So I really want to make my little brother proud of me and do a good job. All right, let's do some sit-ups. All right. Actually, I'm gonna do Do crunches. I don't know why I said sit-ups. Got the 10-pound weight. I got the 20-pounder. So much fun. I definitely can feel my abs are definitely out of shape. That was 100 total. This one's back over here. All right, we'll move on to biceps. Um, I said last week, but going to be moving back down to doing low reps, high weight. So doing sets of 10. We're going to try and be pushing up the weights again. Want to give my muscles the best chance of looking huge by the end of this year. That was 20 pounds, 9.07 kilograms. Now we're going to be moving up to 40 pounds, 18.14 kilograms. So I haven't done the 40 pounds since I started doing the lower reps, higher weight. I'm hoping this goes as good as I want it to. I want to be able to do a complete set of 40 with the 40 pounds. We'll see how it goes. I'm really going to be trying to focus on form. That's going to make it harder. If you go back to the beginning of the year and watch like my first workouts, doing a lot of very jerky movements with the 40 pounds. And trying not to put my whole body into what's supposed to be a single muscle workout. That's 8. Room for improvement. But so I was able to do the 8 without any crazy hip thrusts. That's the big difference. It's amazing how you can crank out a lot more with a good thrust that up there. But trying to have a more purposeful workout. No. That was not great. That was 4. Give it a minute. See if we can do better than 4. Worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna blame it on the pull-ups. You gotta have excuses, right? I'm excited. I feel like that's one of the nice things about doing goals, long-term or short-term goals, is you can take something that's daunting. Like to me, it's really daunting, the idea of doing 100 pull-ups in a reasonable amount of time. Especially since it took me almost an hour to do these squats and push-ups on Friday. And in that time, I was only able to get 19 pull-ups done. So doing 100 is very daunting. But when you give yourself, I would say 195 or 197 days to do it, and you break it up over time, it feels more doable. So I'm not as worried about it now. Still a lot. Improving by 3 a week doesn't seem like a lot, but I really would like to do, like, by the end of the year, be able to do at least one full set of 10, and then adding on to that. I won't do, obviously, the goal isn't to do like a straight 100. It'll get broken up, but I don't want to have to break it up into like 100 sets of 1. All right, that's 6. We're down to 35 pounds. I'm like slightly disappointed, but I'll figure this out. I'm really excited though about the end of the year. I'm excited going into next year because next year it's gonna be a different phase for me for working out. It's gonna be more about maintaining weight levels. I'm not gonna be doing any real serious cuts next year as long as I don't bulk up, which is the plan. So it's gonna be different than that. Just setting up my life to where I eat just the right amount of food and exercise, um, versus having to like do a lot of exercising and a lot of like watching what I eat. I'm looking forward to being able to have a little bit more freedom in that area, and then just not gaining weight anymore. No more serious weight gain. Like I said, I'm trying to stop myself from doing the cheating bicep curls. Trying to stop from like throwing my waist into it. Trying to hip thrust it up. So I'm excited. I'm excited next year. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to like dial it in. And just the progression over the years, like just being able to say like, what's reasonable for me to eat, a reasonable amount of exercise, a well balanced life. You know, doing the occasional cut before long vacations and stuff. Like, like dieting for a couple weeks before going on vacation, so I don't have to worry about gaining weight while I'm on vacation. I had this theory in a long time that if you like, you're going on vacation, taking taking a couple pounds off, taking 2 or 3 pounds off, because you can gain 6 to 10 pounds of like water weight on vacation. So when you come back, you don't have as much work to do to burn off any extra fat you've built up. And it's one less thing that you have to worry about on vacation or think about. I don't know about you, but I think about like how much I'm eating when I'm on vacation, or I try not to, because it's annoying too. I like to just relax, fully immerse myself in vacation. Yeah, and I'm just excited to get off of the roller coaster of weight gain and weight loss. I just want to be done with it. No more extremes. No more having to stop wearing my jeans because they're too tight. I want to get past all of that and then never go back. All right. All right, that was just 5. I'm gonna go down to 30 pounds, 13.6 kilograms. Hey, what's up? Haven't seen you for a while, Vengeance. How's it going? How's your what is it? Getting ready for Thanksgiving? You're good? Oh, thank you for saying so. Appreciate that. Very nice. How's your you got big holiday plans? I just have all my yard and my house look very bare right now because I took down all my Halloween decor. So it's definitely looks very bleak in my house. I gotta put up my Thanksgiving decor and then my Christmas decor. What's up, Dad? That says turkey. This is, we're having Thanksgiving with some longtime neighbors. Oh, that's nice. I haven't had Thanksgiving with people that weren't family in a while. When I was young, my parents were living out of the country, and my like local relatives would be out of town. I had a couple of Thanksgivings by myself, and I was really bummed. So I didn't think about eating Thanksgiving anywhere. And then when I got off of work, the only thing that was open was 7-Eleven. So there were a couple of years I made like kind of a ritual where I just get like the Giorno pizza from 7-Eleven and Mike's hard cranberry lemonade, the big bottles, and drink cranberry Mike's hard cranberry lemonade and eat the Giorno pizza. Says I moved away from where most of my family is. Timofeo is my dad, by the way. We're both Tims. My dad says that's sad. Thankfully, my parents live live near me, so we have Thanksgiving together. I think we've had Thanksgiving together and Christmas together for like the last at least half a decade. It's been nice. That's your dad? Yeah, Timofeo is my dad. So it's nice. It's nice. My dad supports me on occasion. Shows up to watch me work out. It's very nice. My dad says they might miss it this year. Might be in China. Well, that's unfortunate. Just checking, going home to get some lunch. See my wife. All right, Dad. Well, tell mom hi. Thanks for stopping by. And it says, I see where the name comes from. Yeah, me and my dad, we have the same name. My grandpa as well. Long and notorious line of Tims. We all have all have different middle names, so none of us are juniors or seniors. But it's fun. It's fun at Christmases when everyone's together and there's all usually everybody figures out a way to denote that which Tim the gift is going to, but every now and then someone just forgets and writes Tim on a package. So you have to go around and figure out what's what and who's who. And then me and my grandpa, I lived with my grandparents when I was younger for a couple of years. And I was at their house, living with them when I renewed my license at one point. And I would, I would go to casinos, and a couple times I went to a casino where my grandpa had also gone, and they just look at the name and match the address. And I was like very bottom low tier for like rewards at some casinos, and they would give me a card and like, oh, here's your card, welcome back, and it would be like of an upper tier, and it'd have like all this free play on stuff. And I didn't think about it. I was like, because sometimes like one casino I'd only been to when I was already been drinking. So when they gave me the better card, I was like, oh man, like how much did I play that night? And then after a while, like when it happened a few times, I realized, oh, like it's um what was going on. I was getting my grandpa's cards, but I also didn't realize too because in order to access free play on the cards and the bonuses, you have to use a PIN number. And I found out that me and my grandpa use the same PIN number for our casino cards. So I didn't even notice when I put in the PIN number that it wasn't my card because the pins worked. You like all my superhero stuff? Well, thank you. I like superhero stuff. I like things that make me happy. And I like it too because it helps me, it distracts me from when a workout's hard sometimes. Like, it lets me look off and at it, and sometimes I get lost in a thought about, Spider-Man or Wolverine or Venom or Superman, and drift into a fantasy for a second. Get my mind off of the strain. It's nice. Plus, I have this theory about, because people will say like, oh, like they move away from superheroes and GI Joes and toys, and like for the sake of maturity or enjoying the finer things in life. But then they talk about how unhappy they are, and I think that people get unhappy in life because they stop playing with toys, or they stopped indulging in fantasy. And when they stop doing that because they want to be more mature, what they really end up with is just being boring. And it says you and Superman would look pretty similar. Trying to. If you go on my, I think it's not on there anymore, but if you on Twitch, but if you go to my YouTube channel, I did my Halloween workout in the Superman costume. I decided recently that a long-term fitness goal of mine is going to be able to look as good, uh, as the man, I'm blanking on his name. Man, like right there, and I keep blanking on his name. Hugh Jackman. I'd like to look as good as Hugh Jackman does at his age. I do it as naturally as I can. But I think it'd be fun to look still super jacked. I'd like to be. I would like this to be like the worst shape of my next 40 years. Um, I long term I want to still be lifting into my 80s. So, you remember the one I did with the mask on? Well, check out my YouTube channel. If you go to Tim, if you search on YouTube for Tim E Fit, it should come up. It should also be in my socials for this. But I have a bunch of stuff on there. I have a pirate one I did too for International Talk Like a Pirate Day. I never showed you a picture of me, right? No, I never seen a picture of you. Do you stream at all? We got 3 minutes. We're gonna go down to the 25 pounds. What's up, Dixie Vixie? I've been good. How are you? You said you thought about streaming but haven't yet? It's fun. I figured my brother-in-law is the first one I knew that got into streaming and gave me the idea. So I figured, hey, I'm working out already. Might as well stream it. See how it goes. Yeah. How's school going, Dixie Dixie? Been okay. Need to learn how to manage my time better. Yeah, that I think we talked about that. That is my downfall as well. I'm I'm not fantastic at managing my time. I got to play some Call of Duty this weekend though. Did some streaming of that. Yeah, it's fun. On Friday night though, I was playing and one of my kids came out crying, so I had to stop playing. And then within 10 minutes of me stopping streaming and taking care of them, they threw up all over me. I got drenched in vomit all over me, all over the carpet. Thankfully, I have a steam cleaner, so I was able to clean it up, but it was so bad. It was just everywhere. That was a lot of fun. Thankfully, since I spent my fair share of time as a janitor and cleaning up messes, I don't have like a really bad gag reflex, so I was able to deal with it. They threw up again the next night, and then the next night. Last night's the first night they haven't thrown up, so I spent a good portion of my weekend cleaning up those messes. I'm definitely super rusty at Call of Duty. Managed to go positive most of the times though. So, but there have been some rough spots in learning all the new maps on Call of Duty for sure. It just says that's what dads are for. All right, well, I got a bell. Thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for stopping by Dixie Vince. I will talk to you all later. Hope you have a good Tuesday. It's Tuesday. All right. God bless you. Bye.